Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Banner Saga. Oh, it's been a hell of a week. Tonight I'm drinking... What am I drinking? I'm drinking ice water in the one hand. On the other, some melange of iced coffee and, like, coffee cream liqueur and scotch. I don't know what it is. Don't ask. I need it. It is good. Okay. We've got people to talk to. What's up with you? Oh yeah, we were being warned about the witch before. You have a moment? As you approach Bercy, he lowers the book he was reading. He doesn't strike you as the book-reading type. You're Bercy. Yeah? You're Hakan. We've gotten that out of the way, haven't we? I had some questions. Say what you want to say. That's interesting. It doesn't mean dismissal. It's an interesting phrasing that, in the context of the wording here, this almost feels like kicking him out of the party. But anyway, we'll get there. What's a Varl doing working for Luden? What's a Varl working for another Varl? What difference does it make? Looks like you're in charge right now, so do me a favor and don't get Luden killed. He's important to you? No, but that's one way to put it. Where'd you learn to fight? Same way as you, by fighting. You know what I mean. I robbed well-protected merchants for at least one man's lifetime. Is that what you mean? Yeah, not anymore. I've had a lot of jobs. See, there's some interesting lore here. There's some interesting, like, world-building stuff here, and sometimes it's done subtly, and sometimes it's done not so subtly, and sometimes it's not done enough at all. That's... I want to know more about the world, and it's not giving it to me, and instead I'm getting a lot of... Sorry, it's a little early in the recording session to be starting to bitch about this game. Let me quaff deeply from my soothing draft. Can I trust you? What a loaded question. Depends what you mean. Whose back will you have if things go wrong? Assume I'm looking out for myself, and you'll figure it out. Does Luden understand that? Luden doesn't even understand that half his army is here just to protect him from the people he talks to. You laugh at the unexpected gouge. Bercy grins, pleased with himself. See, that's an interesting... It's a shame these things are not, you know... are only shown through text. You know? I'll try not to repeat myself too much from previous episodes and my complaints therein, but... You know... It's the same thing over and over again. Shame they didn't spend the effort here instead of there, so on and so forth. I won't keep you any longer. See you on the battlefield, old leader of Varl. You could join us. I'm where I want to be. Don't forget what I said about keeping Luden alive. Got it? As you step away, you can't help but wonder if there was a bit of a threat behind that gravelly request. What? She was over... Did they just move around arbitrarily? She was over here before. Not that these are actual places or anything. Yrsa, right? She watches you approach with her head tilted back and points a thumb towards Luden's tent. No, here for you. Oh, sorry, that confused me. Because it doesn't automatically switch perspective depending on who's talking, it's unclear unless you're actually checking the... And there's no... Whether or not there is a portrait is not even consistent. You'd think it'd be okay if they're facing... If we're looking at her and she's talking, then she doesn't get a portrait. If we're looking away from me and I'm talking, I get a portrait. But it's not even that consistent. So, anyway, sorry. That was unclear who was talking. I lost my... They could have added another line like, she cocks her thumb back quizzically. Just even like one word to indicate she's asking a question and that I'm responding to that. Oh? Can we talk? Yrsa shakes her head no, a smile on her lips, eyelids low. Why not? I don't. I mean, that's clearly not true. In those two curiously contradictory words, you get two impressions. She has a beautiful obsidian voice, and this might be a complete waste of time. She watches you expectantly. You don't talk? No. You do, though. I don't. Wow, this is... Why even have this conversation? It's about the flaming arrows. She raises an eyebrow. Varl and fire don't get along. All you get is a shrug. If you're going to use them... She pulls an arrow, and there's a flick of the wrist you don't quite catch. Suddenly, a bird combusts in the tree behind you and falls to the ground, smoldering. Half the camp has turned to watch. Don't tell me not to. What is that even... What is that exchange? I don't... You're Ludin's bodyguard? No, he is mine. Before you have the chance to be confused, comma, she cackles, abrupt and loud, then looks slightly embarrassed. Shouldn't be a new sentence, but... You are his personal guard, though. Her expression changes to, of course. How did you end up with someone like Ludin? Luck? Well, this has been fun. She crosses her arms, a hand on her chin, and cocks her head to one side. Until next time, Yrsa. Hakan. You stop and look over your shoulder. I am a witch, so be careful. She puts her forefinger to her lips with a soft shh. You depart, not quite sure what to make of that. I mean, anyone who tells you that they're a witch, I think I'd be pretty wary of whether they're actually a witch or not. Like, I'd be slightly concerned if they show off signs that they actually are, but if they're, like, just... if that is not a thing that is normal and not a thing that is well accepted, and they tell you anyway, then... that strikes me as more of a bluff than anything, and more likely to be a bluff than anything else. I don't know how much time we... I already bitched about this. I don't know how much time we actually have to do this, so maybe I'll rest a day just to have everybody healed up, and then we'll go. We got more supplies as well, which is... I don't know what to make of that. You overhear a conversation while marching alongside the warriors. I'm happy to stop some slags as much as the next Varl, but I didn't join up to take orders from Hakan. says one. Apparently he doesn't realize you're within earshot. Not willing to die for him either. I don't see any reason to pick a fight. Make your presence known, but walk on. You're not sure Wagner would have been happy to hear that. Not sure Wagner would have been happy to hear that, you growl loudly. Navarro flinches as you walk past without looking his direction. In the distance, you can hear his friend laughing at his misfortune. I still don't understand why this is letterboxed. A small gathering of tents come into view. A group of merchants from the look of it. You ask what they're doing here. We were camped out at the Godstone ahead, one tells you, leaving an offer for Dengler, as one does. His expression turns. Dredge start appearing out of nowhere. Some of us stayed. Thought the Godstone'd be safe, but damned if I know why. We've been dodging them since we left. Ask if they have anything to trade. Not much, he replies. Anything of value we left at the Godstone. I've never seen this many Varl in one place before. You're off to deal with those Dredge? You nod. We could part with some supplies if you need them. I think we're good. We have enough. Keep them. As you like. If you're passing Dengler Stone, I have a request, though. My wife's brother stayed behind. You'll know him by the necklace with many gold rings. If you see him, say we are safely in Strand. You agree. Merchants continue onward. Man, morale's declining pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely declining quicker than it did before. We started off with full green, although it says good. I like how it just prevents me from looking at this anymore now that this has popped up. Even though the interface... You'd think if I'm not allowed to deal with this interface right now, that this would cover it, right? I know I'm a huge stickler on, like, user experience and UI stuff, but these are important things. And they don't require much effort, they just require thought. The caravan slows unexpectedly. Word travels down the line, then to Moger, who tells you. Dredge know we're coming. Probably saw us back at Vetterfell and did the usual lurking. Could have been bad if we'd plotted into them, but we saw them first. Man, this is formatted like shit. Dredge watch you, waiting to see what you do. When's the last time you commanded a few hundred, Hakan? Asked Smoger. Don't overthink it. The warriors can take care of themselves. War. When you... Oh, come on. This is a tutorial? This is not shown well at all. It's not even fucking... You couldn't even, like, put a header formatting or something to indicate that this is... Fucking hell. When you come across more enemies than your party can handle, you'll engage in war. Give your army orders to fit the situation, but be prepared to get your own hands dirty too. By making battle easier for yourself, you'll end up with higher casualties. Or you can take the burden on yourself with a harder battle, but save more lives. If you're ever desperately outnumbered, it may be best to run, avoiding battle completely. Well, that didn't tell me shit. Dredge lined the battlefield, weapons drawn. A fight seems inevitable. You take a quick head count. There must be at least 476 of them. You have 185 fighters and 466 Varl at your side. This reads, if nothing else, this reads like a Mountain Blade encounter. Oh, man. I'm trying to remember whether I did much. I think I've put Mountain Blade on the channel before, once upon a time, but I don't think I did more than an episode or two. maybe once Mountain Blade 2, whatever the subtitle is, which I've forgotten, maybe once it gets out of its buggy beta stage. I mean, it'll always be buggy. It's a Mountain Blade game. It has to be buggy. It's a requirement. Once it gets out of beta and gets a little cheaper in a year or two, maybe I'll play it on the channel or something. I don't know. Even from here, you can see nervous glances amidst the enemy ranks. This looks like a good chance to press your advantage. This is very vague. Alright, game, I'm just gonna trust you on this one. This looks like a good chance to press your advantage. Charge. You consider taking your trusted allies and leading the charge, battering down the enemy. It will throw you into the thick of battle where fighting is most dangerous, but a strong charge can save lives. So is this just determining whether or not I have to fight? And then presumably it arbitrarily kills less Varl as a result? Rush into battle, sure, why not? What could go wrong? Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go into the save folder and copy it. There we go. Okay. Now if I have to reload, I can. Because fuck this game and its autosave only system. You gather your allies and tell them to get ready to lead the attack. Bet we're gonna get our asses kicked. Jesus. Yeah, so the weather's turning, so they're starting to turn the air conditioners back on, and they're vibrating the building because they've been detuned over the winter. It's great. Did I really not promote these guys? When did this happen? Oh, that was 10 renown. I probably should have read that more closely. Oh well. Yeah, it feels good. Okay. Why is there a plus? Oh, you know what? I bet there's a mobile version of this game where you can buy renown. I bet. And they just didn't take it out of the UI. That's the only thing I can think of why that would ever make sense. Garbage. Okay. It really seems like this is a super... The break system... Like, if it only costs 1 point to double your break, like, that seems incredibly useful. Like, why would you... Am I missing something? Oh, interesting. I have more characters than I can use. So this is a first. Huh. And I'm presuming I'm going to have to fight multiple battles. That's interesting. Well, I just have to be careful and not get people downed, I think. Let's hope this goes well. Or it'll go tits up and, you know, that'll be as expected. Okay. This is not easy. Not easy looking, at least. Okay, so what have we got? 810, 810... 10:15. Okay. So Huh. I'd like not to fight on two fronts if I can avoid it. And given the increased brake capability of these two... Hold on. What's your... You've got 2 brake, you've got 2 brake, 1 brake, 1 brake. Actually, what is your... Slag and burn. Trap an area laying down coals which do 1 strength damage. So I'd like to keep people reasonably clustered up because so far I don't think I've seen a really good reason not to do that. Whereas there's plenty of reason not to spread them out. This is going to be ugly either way, I think, but, getting one of these guys... Getting them, I mean, obviously, as we learned in the last couple of fights, it really behooves you not to kill anything if you can avoid it, or unless it's an imminent threat, and rather just weaken everything, and then sort of try and get as many as possible in one fell swoop. Oh, what could go wrong? Okay. Who's going next? You, and then you. Hold on. What's your range? Okay. You, and then you. And you. And the big guys go last, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, come on. You've got more screen real estate. You couldn't show the whole lineup? Fuck off. It's interesting. I didn't think about the fact that it might actually behoove me to remove somebody from the party to not have 6. Because they get the same number of turns anyway. I'd like to see somebody smarter than me, or at least more mathematically inclined than me, do an actual, like, statistical analysis on what the optimal choice is in terms of party size and, like, statistical distribution, or like, you know, stats distribution within your individual characters and parties. Because I have to imagine there's an optimal way to do this. It's too complex for there not to be, like, there not to be essentially an optimal strategy. So you're going next, right? And you'll get up to me and I will take a hit. So... Wish I knew the turn order before we started. Yeah, this is fine. You gonna spend the extra? No. Okay. Alright, so... let's see here. You're going next. I could move up there, which would leave this guy room, but technically that's the same amount of move anyway. So it wouldn't be helpful. And just get this guy hit, so... remind me what Bring the Pain is? Let's see. Break damage to target plus 1 to return the favor. for 1 round. Yeah, welcome back to the fold, Ice Maker. Hasn't been heard in a while. I don't think. So, still haven't established exactly what this means. I'm still pretty sure that this means you do your full break damage. We're gonna find out. Break damage or break damage +1 and +1 or +2. Let's just do it at the regular level. No, let's not skimp. I feel like I'd rather run a little low than take extra damage because of it, because I skimped and have excess resources at the end. -4, right? Okay, so that's correct. It's his 3 +1. Why do you still not have the ability to? Do we figure that out before? Why he doesn't have the ability to use it? I feel like we did, but now I can't remember what it was. Oh, right, because he's got 0. Ah, fuck, I screwed. How's that even a thing? Why is that even a thing? Okay. So what's the turns? You move and can do nothing. Then you move and can do nothing. Then you move, or probably don't move. You probably just attack him. Get retaliated upon. You can't really do anything on this turn. But you can certainly get into position. So I think that's the move that I want to do. I don't think I have any reason to rally at this point. Nobody's... See, even though there's overcharge from the morale, I don't think I can raise... let's... No. We'll save it. I'm sure there will be a point at which it's more useful. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. You just moved, so it's gonna be a little while. Even you who come next you're way out. So as long as I stay out of your range here, you two taking on this one should be a reasonable thing to do. Causes knockback and the target bleeds. Knockback 1 tile. Target bleeds 1 strength per move on next turn. So if I had ranked this up, it would be more powerful. The alternative is because he has an upgraded... oh, no, okay. Just 1 break. Do I use my power advantage to just damage him then? Is that a better... I think it's a wash, right? And this one doesn't cost me anything. Because if I could hold my turn, then she might be able to do armor damage. My power, the power disparity would be more severe. But if I hit him with the ability, he's going to take just one I think 1 damage when he moves, versus 2 in this case. And I could even charge it up if I wanted to. Question is it worth it? You've got 6. I actually don't know whether... It doesn't explain whether willpower replenishes during war. I would hope so. I would hope at the end of every battle it replenishes, but I actually don't know. Yeah, you know, with it being 6v6 right now, I'm a little bit worried, and I'd err on the side of spending the extra. Okay, so that's your attack range. Trap an area laying down coals do 1 strength damage. So who's next? You're next, then your friend. How far can this go? So it wouldn't be able to hit like over here or something. Explodes in a 5-tile area, leaving 2 coals. Explodes in a 5-tile area? What is 5? I don't know what that means. What is that a cross? Is that what 5 tiles is supposed to mean? Target takes break 0 minus 2 strength. I think my best bet is just to probably weaken some of these guys up. This guy can't even hurt Ludin right now. So what's your range? It would be lovely if this was an actual stat, but it's not. It's just arbitrary. So you got a range of 5. So actually 1, 2, and then 3. That should be enough movement. Oh, perfect. That's all I can do anyway, without spending. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe a good opportunity to use the... Let's see if this splashes the way I think it does, since it's not indicating. That was better than I thought. Wow, that was rough. Shit, man. Okay. Huh. It's not what I expected him to do. Weird how one attack can suddenly change all your plans. Strength. 100% to hit. Strength damage plus 1. 1 break to target, 1 break add to... He's just barely meeting my armor with his strength. This guy's still the biggest concern. That guy has full ability and can't move through his friend. Oh, there's that one. You know, I think it's reading my inputs. I think it knows that I bring the pain, and that's why it didn't attack me. Which doesn't seem fair. But it wouldn't be the first time a game had done that to me. Not even on the channel. Not even in this game, I don't think. Okay. Scourge uses his weapon to summon an ally to the battlefield. I forgot or didn't realize they could do that. Kill it. Ooh, nice. It's a nice chain. I didn't realize it worked that way. Okay. Well. Huh. Well, I gotta remember who's next, so since he's closer, I think the right call... Hold on. Recent enemies armor punches enemies for retaliating. Unclear. Always unclear. I also gotta remember that the rest function is a thing to get ability power back. No. Huh, I hadn't considered this. This is actually gonna kill him. And I don't necessarily want that. Although he's way out in the cycle, so maybe I do want that. Because then Eric can get through. Yeah, go for it. I forgot that he was next, but that's okay. Let's see. So if I move up to there, he's gonna hit me. And that guy's at full health, so that's gonna hurt. Tricky, tricky, tricky. You're way out in the count, so I'd like to think that you're not that big a deal, and you just took your turn. Yeah, sure. Let's just be careful. You next? You're next. Spend it? Spend all of it? Yeah. Seems like another good opportunity to use this. It's pretty powerful. He's getting beat up. Break target plus break heavy impact. Heavy impact, splash damage, 1 strength damage. He's at 4. He's at 10. Oh, this UI. He's at 6. Okay. So that would do 2 to both of those if I do it on him, I believe. Or just the 1. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Not great. Okay. He's really... He's probably not making it out of this conscious. Well, actually, I guess they're weak enough that even beating his armor is a bit of a chore. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and spend it. That's interesting. Why did he spend it to break armor? Seems like between the 3 or 4 of them, they would have had a good chance to chip him down if they had focused on health. Do the coals have have friendly fire? I think they do. I don't feel like checking. I mean, I don't feel like checking with my feet. So, but I don't want to kill that one because then his friend gets to take his turn instead. Ah. Maybe I will just to... Oh god, that's not great though. This is probably super dumb. Yep. Okay, well, now I know. Wait, why is it highlighting those two? Oh, the blinking... Okay, I think the blinking ones are not going to get hit. They're options. The ones that are solid are not... See what I'm saying? So I'm selecting this guy and it's selecting these two even though those two are blinking. That better be the case. Otherwise... otherwise I'm going to be mad. Good. Okay. Oh, this... Oh, come on. This interface. Do not like it. Okay. You're next. Did his stepping on it not staunch the flames? I wonder if he takes ongoing damage. I assume not. Maybe that's just a bug. Okay. Thankfully, they're all reasonably weak at this point. They're not so weak that I'm comfortable with it. time to spend more just to maneuver. And to ensure that he's minimal threat. Do I do this just to prevent him from being a threat? Yeah. Oh, never mind. It does damage anyway. I was mistaken. Womp womp. Just a waste of ability. Okay, that's not great. Fortunately, he's at 2, so not likely to get a kill here. Maybe we'll all survive this. Well, not anymore now that I've said it out loud. Interesting choice. And I can't escape because of the way the... Really? You can't slip by anyone? Again, an odd choice. Maybe to save his own hide. He's the biggest threat right now. Huh. I don't think there's much I can do aside from clear people out. Which is a worthwhile endeavor, obviously, but, you know. I could rest, but I think that's also a waste. By the time you get... Who's going next? You can't get around anyway. I think he's inevitably going to go down, or at least take a severe... chance of a chunk from this guy. And maybe not. I don't think the kill is going to help me. I think it's only going to hurt me, taking this guy out. Doesn't make this guy's movement any faster. Even though strictly it should, because, you know, diagonals and shit, but... I keep forgetting about the horn. Probably could have been more productive if I did that. Remind me how this works. One time for each kill you make and grants 1 willpower to the active unit. Each kill adds a star. Yeah. Shame there's no heal. Ah, boy. You two. Then you. Then you. So you're last, actually. So killing you is probably not... Probably the best choice, especially because he's got the highest armor. And Gunnulf currently has the highest strength. So he's the one who's most capable of killing him. Perfect. Even spared him the possible damage. Okay, so who are the threats? It's a 50-50 on these two. Although this guy has, let's see, you don't even have abilities. Please tell me I'm not. It's weird because I'm winning this pretty handily, but it's still really tense. Just because the mechanics are kind of unbalanced. Oh, interesting. Too much armor. Kill or no kill? Let's get you the kill, put ourselves in pillage mode. Of course he gets to go first. Is that always the case? I don't think it is. Do I want... No, let's get him the level up. Or at least try for it. Well, I guess that wasn't going to happen anyway. I don't know what I was thinking. It's funny. He's at 2 health, but he's going to be fine after this as long as he doesn't go down now. What a weird combat system. On the off chance that we don't get all our willpower back at the end. You've leveled up twice. Are you also... kind of like you to get the kill. I've screwed that up. Okay. Well, finish this guy off. There we go. Take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. You could take this opportunity to pull back and leave combat immediately. On the other hand, chasing down more... Oh, fuck you, game. Are you really gonna do this? On the other hand, chasing down more dredge would rally your fighters and save a few lives. You won't have time to rest or change your party, but a chance to loot your enemies might even reveal items they took from previous victims. Boy, that is not something I really want to do, but it explains it so poorly that it's almost tempting. Well, you know what? We're going to decide on the next episode. See you guys then.